Hi, I'm Christina, the founder of Accounting Pros and Can Comply, and I'm excited to show you your new cash log today. This allows us to keep an eye on outgoing cash, making sure that we know the current cash on hand balance. This will safeguard against theft, and it'll help to capture all the income and expenses for tax purposes in the correct period. And it'll create an audit trail in the event that an auditor needs to understand how the money is moving in and out of your business. If you haven't been given access to your cash log, please reach out to your onboarding accountant and we'll make sure that we get you access right away. So let's take a look at the cash log. So you'll notice that each month has its own tab. So as you're entering transactions as they happen, make sure that you're entering them in the correct tab so that we can get this into your Xero account properly. Let's go ahead and look at the columns. So column A is the reference number. No need to enter anything here. We just use that so that we can find the transaction more easily later. Column B is the date. Enter this date as a date that the transaction happened. Next, you're going to select the type. In this example, I've got money coming in the business, so I've selected money in. We have two options, money in or money out. In column D, you'll enter the vendor name or the customer name. In this example, since this is not a real transaction, I've entered fake customer. You can also enter a short description in column E. And in column F, you'll enter a reference number. If it's an invoice, you can enter the invoice number or a manifest number. You can also enter a bill number if this is a bill for payments that are going out. In column G, you'll enter this total as a positive value. You'll notice in column H that this will automatically convert this value to a negative if this is a bill payment out or a cash payment out. Column I will automatically create the balance. The way that this creates it is in January, we take the prior month balance, and then we just offset it by the amount that's entered in column H. And then moving forward, it automatically calculates the new balance. Column J relates to money coming in. So was this money coming in for an invoice payment, a sale, an owner contribution, a cash overage, or was it for something else? Go ahead and select that here. You'll notice that column K is grayed out. That's because we've selected in column C that this is a money in transaction, so we don't need to adjust the spend money category. Column L, you'll select whether or not this is related to dispensary, extraction facility, grow, or operating expense. Column M will let you note whether or not you've uploaded any related documents to Receipt Bank. And you have a few options. Yes, no, the receipt is unavailable, no, you plan to upload it, or not applicable. In column N, you can add some notes here. And then in column O, we'll note whether or not we have updated this in Xero, and we can add any additional notes as well. You'll notice if column O has been updated to a yes, then we've got this as a green box. This lets us have a visual reminder that information is in Xero. Now let's pretend that this is a money in transaction where you have received more than $10,000. You'll notice here in row 4 that column H has lighted up as red. This means that you may need to create a Form 8300, which we cover in another help doc. Form 8300 essentially tells the IRS that you have received money over $10,000, either in one payment or through multiple payments, and that information needs to be reported in order to keep you compliant. Okay, let's skip over to a money out transaction. So in column C, I have entered that this is a money out transaction. I have my customer name. I have that this is a bill, so we can add any information here, bill 1234, for example. This amount here is $5,000, which you'll see that it has adjusted to negative $5,000, and the balance is also adjusted down as well. You'll need to enter the spend money category. If you're unsure of what to enter, go ahead and select Suspense Ask My Accountant, and we'll work with you on that. Otherwise, this information pulls from the chart of accounts that we've created for your business. Again, you'll select whether this belongs to the dispensary, extraction facility, grow operations, or operating expenses. And again, please make sure that you're uploading everything to Receipt Bank. So our hope is that you'll enter yes in column M. Otherwise, just make sure that you upload that as quickly as possible. And then we also ask that each Friday you update the cash count balance in column S. So we've entered the Friday date and we've given you a space for the cash count. We want to make sure that what we have in your Xero file and what you have on hand matches. Now let's go ahead and open one of the hidden tabs. We've got something called January Xero. The January Xero tab is what we use to import information into your Xero account. So you'll notice here that all the information that we've entered in January has carried over into this tab. So you'll see that we've got the date, the amount, the payee or the vendor, the description, the reference number, and then the check number. So you'll see January Cash 1. This actually relates to the ID here. This is transaction 1. And again, we do that in order to easily import information into Xero and quickly reference any items that we have questions about. So let's pretend that this is the end of month. What we need you to do here is enter the end of month cash count. And then that information gets translated into the next tab, February. So you'll see that February has carried over into column S, and again will be brought over into the beginning balance. So remember, we do need you to upload everything into Receipt Bank, and any cash payments in or cash payments out need to be reflected in the cash log. If you have any questions about how to maintain the cash log, please reach out and we're happy to help. Thanks.